Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be freeze drying avocados. My wife here is splitting them open, taking the seed out, and we're going to be scooping them out into the large bowl there. Now we get these at the bulk warehouses like Costco, where you can get them a little cheaper. As of the making of this video, the avocados are getting very expensive. So it's probably a good idea to start storing them long term. Next, we're going to scoop out the avocados into this bowl. Next, we want to mash up the avocados with a potato masher. And after that process is done, we can start putting it in our trays and spreading it out. And you don't want to let the food be higher than the edge or the rim of the trays. Now after you've done all your trays, it's time to put them in the freezer. I like using these tray stackers. They enable you to put the next tray on top without touching the food, of course. That's also why it's important not to let your food be higher than the rim of your trays. Now the following day, when your avocados are frozen, you're going to want to start your freeze dryer and let it run for about 15 minutes before loading your food in. Now after the 15 minutes is done, we are ready to load the freeze dryer. These tray stackers work really nice to hold the trays all together. It makes it very convenient. And now we are ready to load the freeze dryer. Now we'll just hit continue and the freeze drying process will start. Alright, it took 44.5 hours for the process to complete. Occasionally, if on these freeze dryers, once the room temperature gets to about, we've noticed 79, 80 degrees, you're going to get a little notification here on the display that says that the room temperature is too hot. If that happens, it'll also tell you there that the batch times may take a little longer. Now here in East Texas, and during the summer, we keep our house at 79, 80 degrees. Now I know for a lot of you that are in the north, that's pretty hot. But when it's 100 plus outside, 80 degrees feels really nice in the house. But the machine doesn't know the difference. It's 80 degrees and it'll give you a little warning there. But it's just the batch times will take a little longer, that's all. So again, this took 44.5 hours. The process is complete. I also put a little fan here to keep things a little cooler, get the air moving in there. We're gonna put the air back into the vacuum chamber. Now before you open the valve, make sure that your bucket has no water in it and your hose is not in at the bottom of the bucket or in the water. Otherwise you're gonna open this up and it's gonna suck all the water into your chamber and destroy your food. Now that the vacuum's not in the chamber anymore, we can open the door. I always have rags over here because the condensation around the seal is always dripping down here, so it'll catch the condensation, the drips. Also wipe any water that's around the seal because you don't want that dripping into your food while you're pulling it out. Now, it's going to get a little discolored. You can, we didn't add any lemon juice or anything like that, but you can if you want to. It's not going to hurt nothing, it's just a little oxidated. But that's what it looks like. And we're going to show you how we put them in the Mylar bags. And then when you pull them out, you have an option here to defrost or no defrost. If you have something ready in the freezer to be put in here, you can put defrost. It takes about an hour or two depending how much ice is in the chamber here, and you can get ready for your next batch. But if you don't have anything ready, just put no defrost and let it defrost on its own. Now when you pull it out of the freeze dryer, this stuff is going to feel like and look like styrofoam, really. But the stuff is amazing. As soon as you put it in your mouth, it just starts to rehydrate, gets really creamy, just like you're eating fresh avocado. So it's still a little, if you can hear that, a little hard. What we're doing is breaking it up in little pieces like this, putting it in a bowl. And then we're going to put them in these Mylar bags right here. These are pouched type Mylar bags. Put them in here, put oxygen absorbers. We're going to put the 300cc oxygen absorbers in here. And then we're going to seal them up. We're also going to reconstitute or rehydrate a small portion just to show you what it looks like. And pretty basic, just add enough water to the consistency of you know, fresh guacamole or whatever, and that's pretty much all there is. That's all there is to it. So we're gonna put them in the Mylar bags right now first. You're gonna have to determine how much to put in there, so you'll still be able to seal it. This is pretty full. Let me take a little bit out. Yeah, that's good. As long as you're able to seal it, it's good enough. All right, so out of those 5 trays, we got 7 bags. These are, I think they're 2-quart bags. We got the 300cc oxygen absorbers here. And we're going to open this bag up and put 1 in each bag. Now when you're working with oxygen absorbers, you got to work pretty quick, because they will go bad if you keep them out open. Put 1 in each bag. And then the remainder you have, you have a scale here from 1 to 8. You put it on, I put about 3.5. That's the thickness of this bag right here. And you want to reseal these ASAP. Okay, these are sealed and they're good for next time. Now the bags, I put this on about 7.5. These are 7.5 mil. Whatever size bags you have, as far as thickness, I mean, corresponds to the number here. So this is 7.5, so I'll put this in about 7.5. These bags are also Ziploc. They zip shut like that. So after you put the oxygen absorbers in there, just zip them up. Okay, so I got the sealer set at about 7.5. This is sealed. And you'll hear the machine here click. And now that's nice and sealed. And after it clicks, I still hold it down for a few more seconds to press it. Press the seal, you know, make sure it's really good and sealed. Alright, so we got our bags all sealed up. Those are good to go. We just have to mark the ingredients, what's inside, and the date, today's date. I took a little bit of guacamole here, and we're going to rehydrate it, and just to show you the consistency and what it looks like when it's rehydrated. Alright, here we have filtered water, and I'm just going to add just enough to bring it back to that creamy consistency. And there you have it, your guacamole. That looks really good. Now the ultimate test. Mmm. No. Boy, that's good. Mmm. So you're going to find little bits and pieces of a little bit drier avocado still left in there. But if you let it sit for a little while, those pieces will absorb. It's going to need a little time. But I just put water in here. Oh man, is that good. So creamy. Mmm. Alright guys, so that's how we freeze dry our avocados. And as far as storage life, shelf life, I've been doing a little research here and there. I get anywhere from 10 years to 25 years. I don't know for sure because, as you know, avocados have a lot of oil in it, the avocado fat. So as you know, fat does not store well. It'll go rancid. So personally, what we're gonna do is every 6 months or maybe every year, open one bag up and use it and see how it is. You know, if we see one that's starting to get a little rancid or stale or whatever, then we know we got to use it real quick. But we won't be doing this too often with the avocados. Although, you know, it may be a good idea to buy them now because they are very expensive right now. So, this is really good. So guys, that's how we do it. And again, shelf life, they say 10 to 25 years from what I've read. But, you know, every year open a bag up and check it out and see how it's doing. Now you can put them in smaller bags too. These are pretty good sized bags right here, 2 quarts. And for us to use a 2-quart bag, you know, it's quite a bit. But yeah, you can put them in smaller bags too. Alright guys, so thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bon appetit. Hey honey, you want to try this? Is that good?
Just like the avocado. Fresh avocado. Yeah. I'll turn the bowl.